Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room recap for Thursday, December the 14th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions for me, you can use this email address, and this is a link to get into our free, you heard it, free trading room. I'm live all day long. I share my screen all day long between 9 a.m. and up to 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday to Thursday. On Friday, I usually knock off at about 3. All we request is we send you an email, you create a password, and that's it. You want to take out a subscription to Trade Ideas, you can use this link. All right, well, excuse me, a bit of a heart-stopping day for me. If you're in the room, you know I talked about this trade. So this is a trade that I got into yesterday late. It was 22:40, so what time was that? Yeah, about 2:45. So I closed the room, I think, around 3:10. I had to go to the dentist. So I got into this trade right here at 22:20. That's close enough. And look at what it did by the end of the day. I mean, it got all the way up to 23.54. I decided to hold this. You know, my criteria for holding is, you know, closing near the high of the day. All right. It was far enough away from the 200-day moving average. Also, take a look at the daily chart, and if you look left, you see it has a void up to this, had a void up to this area. It's still a couple of dollars away. So I decided, okay, this is met basically all my criteria for holding a stock overnight, and earnings, of course, earnings not an issue. So held this one. I did sell some at 24. Right about here. It's close enough. Pulled back, and then as it started to move up, I said, okay, guys, I'm going to take this one again. Got in at 24.15. Just fine. Only problem is I took a magnitude of maybe 10 times, oops, not to create the price alert, 10 times what I was supposed to. I accidentally took way more shares than I wanted to, accidentally. So it was a bit of heart stopping because you know, I was in at 24.15. It got down to 24.05, and I was just praying that it did not go down below 24, and then it popped. So I immediately took some out at 24.45 to get back to where I really the number of shares that I really wanted to. So it worked out fantastically well. But man, I was sweating. I gotta tell you, I was very silent in the room. I don't know if people really noticed, but you know, I was just saying things like, gotta watch XPER, gotta watch XPER. There were other things happening, but I was just intensely focused on this. Anyway, it happens. You know, you got to be so careful when you're placing orders sometimes. So anyway, it worked out all right. So after that, really, nothing could compare. I am still in a this is working out really well, in a Teva short. So we were talking about this cross, you know, on this is the 8 EMA, that orange line is the 8 EMA, this is the 20 SMA. Now you don't have, on the 15-minute chart, now you don't have these yet, okay? You'll be able to create them hopefully by the end of the year. So when you see these EMAs, and you'll be able to create any period you want. I mean, this is an 8, if you wanted a 9, you wanted a 9.5, you wanted a 13.2, it's 100% customizable, okay? And any time period, of course. So we're, you know, Real, of course, has really been hammering home in the room, has been hammering home the beauty of these crosses. So saw this one, and actually Real pointed it out, and I was watching it. And, you know, the problem with these is that, of course, they're lagging. They can be they're lagging indicators. But if you see it, and the price hasn't moved too far away from it, then you're still kind of good. So bottom line is, now there was the cross at about 84. Now arguably, maybe I was a little bit far away from it, but I decided I liked the pattern. I liked what it was doing there. Took the short at 53. So right about here. I did cover some almost immediately because it popped down. And this had news. I mean, they've cut their workforce and they've cut their dividend. So I mean, it's good news for the stock and all that. Not great news for employees of the company, of course. But Anyway, I covered some at 1733, and now still have the rest. See if they can break down through 17. Once it broke down through that low there, it looks like it's really picked up some steam. So I'm still in that one. Let's see. I'm in a Holly trade, ST. It's really done nothing. Holly's been kind of laggard the last couple of days, last maybe actually all week, I guess. Still in this one. I think I'm in at 53.18. No great shakes. No reason to get out of it yet. If it breaks down through 53, I'll get out. And what else do we have here? Marinus. Marinus was a nice one from Julian early. It's too bad I wasn't able to keep it. Well, I didn't keep it because it got so whippy. I got into the trade at 9:03, right on the whole number break. Got in the trade right around here. Immediately popped up to 9:34. I was able to take some out almost immediately. I took some out at 9:25. Then it came back down. Look what it did. So I got out of the trade. I took actually a little loss on the second bit. I got out at 8.98, so 5 cents below, and then it came right back. But this, you don't like. Personally, I don't like to see this on a 15-minute chart because the reason why we use longer time frames is that it tends to smooth things out. I mean, you don't get these topping tails and bottoming tails, topping tails, all this whipping around in kind of uncertainty. I mean, it can happen, obviously, look at it. But, people who use 1-minute charts, I mean, they're all over the place. But anyway, bottom line, though, was a nice call. If you could withstand that whip, though, I'm not sure. I mean, that is that's about a 70-cent dip from the high, or 80-cent dip from the high, so or up here. So that would have been tough to hold on to because you never know, it could just keep going down. So anyway, that turned out to be a very nice trade. I'm not in this one, but a lot of people are in the room or in this one. OHGI. I guess they've come out and said, "Hey guys, we're going to do some crypto stuff." So that's all you have to do in your put out a little press release saying, we're going to be involved in crypto. And that is about it. I want to get back into the room. I did take, I don't want to talk. AMP was an early trade, AMP. A little bit suspect of it because this is what it did in the pre-market, that tan area there. So look at the pop it had, got all the way up there, 225, and then it sold right off. It almost got back to the close. In fact, a little bit below the close in the pre-market. So I thought that was it. It had news, phase 3 results. But boy, then it really took off once the market opened. So I was able to took some of this at 243, traded some out at 257, and then back down to 240. Then it moved up again, but it again pretty whippy. Not that steady rise that you'd like to see for some of these smaller ones. When it gets whippy like that, you've really got to be careful. All right, I'm just keeping an eye on Tiva, of course, and I still have my Exper. Don't know what I'm going to do. This might be the end of it for me today, but this again turned into a real heart-stopping trade, but an excellent trade for my entry yesterday. All right, everybody. So tomorrow's Friday, and then we sort of start. I guess the holiday weeks are coming up, so don't know what sort of volume we're going to get in the market, but believe it or not, the time between Christmas and New Year's can be very interesting. So the room will be open. Of course, for the next 2 weeks, the room will be open. We're stopping our webinars. We have webinars Monday to Thursday at 5 o'clock. They'll be stopped for the next 2 weeks and resume in the new year. So again, any questions for me, you can use this email address. This is the link to get into our free room. Here's a link for our subscription. And again, I'll open the room tomorrow at around 9 o'clock Eastern. I'll start to share my screen and get live on the mic at about 9:05. All right, everybody. Thank you very much for listening. And I hope everybody has a great evening. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.